It's actually a good question. You know what, looking back, lahat kayo magaling. Basta makast kayo sa tamang role. Okay, I'm gonna try my best na hindi ko ma-name drop sino siya. Pero, parang sabi niya sa akin, pumili ka kasi. Pag-artista or school. Parang ako, and yung ground zero nun lahat is, I just love expressing myself through art and design.
You learned how to drive for a part?
Yes!
Oh, that's...
There was so much hate coming towards your way, and hindi lahat yun mababounce off mo. The energy is coming towards you. I think what I love about it is yung nakaka-pause yung brain ko.
Okay.
Just focusing in something, understanding, fixing something. Oh, parang
Avengers.
Pero wala pang Avengers doon.
Okay.
Nauna kami.
Hey everyone, my name is Chris and welcome to another episode of Once and Always a Fanboy. Every now and then, someone pops up on my feed doing something so unexpected that it makes you stop scrolling. For me, that moment was a reel of today's guest. Walking across the stage, graduating with a degree in architecture, while being a full-time actress, singer, performer, and one of GMA's brightest stars. And that hit me hard because I've always believed people are only limited by what they think they can achieve. And here's someone proving that you can build dreams in two worlds at once. You've seen her bring magic to shows like Encantadia, or watch her on social media sing her heart out and just genuinely having the time of her life. And today, I get the privilege of learning more about her journey. Fangirls and fanboys, Mikey Quintos!
Hello!
What's up?
What's up, Chris?
I saw that reel of yours maybe months ago.
Yes.
And I've always wanted to have you on the show, and finally we get the chance to.
I think that's my fault. Yeah, schedule-wise.
No, it's okay.
Actually, it's my handler's fault. But
It's fine. It's fine.
I finally am here. It's great to see you.
Yeah.
And I'm excited to
And
talk about everything. Ang ganda nung intro na-feel good ako dun sa pag-introduce mo sa akin. Thank you for that.
Yeah,
Thank
no
you.
worries. You're welcome. You're welcome.
Thank you.
You've played fantasy characters, dramatic roles, and everything in between. Of all the genres you've tried, though, which one feels like your natural habitat? And which one pushes you into new terrain where you have to adapt fast?
Sa lahat ng naging work ko so far, the most natural thing is rom-com. So, as long as may touch of comedy, I got lucky. Alam mo, my acting mentor, my very first one, of course, you know him, si Yanni. Si Yanni Yuzon.
Yanni.
Sabi niya sa akin dun sa, di ko makalimutan yun, sa acting workshop na yun, when we ended our 10 sessions. Sabi niya, before he let us go, all of us, sabi niya sa amin, lahat kayo magaling. Basta makast kayo sa tamang role. Kasi, ba't mo ipipilit sa ganitong klaseng role kung malayo sa kanya yun? You're gonna make him work or him or her work for that character pa. So, I got lucky na yung very first role ko, which is Lyra sa Encantadia, dikit sa real personality ko. So, di pa ako magaling umarte noon. Like, natuto ko along the way. Nagkataon lang na malapit ako kay Lyra. Yung real me.
That's good advice. Yanni really has some deep
He's
cut.
good with words.
Yeah. So, speaking of Encantadia, what's the most surprisingly unglamorous thing about filming a fantasy show like Encantadia that fans would never believe or would never expect?
Siguro yung suot mo yung armor, tapos we're running sa sand, na ang bigat-bigat ng mga sword, tapos yung armor, and kailangan cool yung face mo, hindi ka mukhang nahihirapan. Yun yung hard stuff. But also fun, because yun yung reason why we laugh on set. And yun nga yung moments na I don't forget. When I look back, yun yung tatawanan ko ulit when in my alone time.
Parang nga nagko-cosplay kayo in a sense eh.
Masaya, totoo.
Diba?
You get that feeling, yung high na parang, yung responsibility kasi na parang, we all feel like we're part of something bigger than ourselves. And yung responsibility, ilang beses kami pinep-talk ng director namin. Because remake kami.
Yes.
What we did, Encantadia. The original one was 2003, 2004 pa, which is the original Sangres. And yung responsibility of how big of a hit it was the first time na naging childhood siya ng generation na yon, and for it to work again, it has to be real for all of us, yung buong cast, para maniwala yung viewers. So, kailangan for us during every take, it's real. That yung world ng Encantadia, it's real for us. Totoo, and we feel it once our eyes connect. It's real, you feel it.
Yeah.
Doon nangyayari. Sarap, it's
Ganda
magical. You humanize it lang. Of course, you have to make it relatable for the audience pa rin na kahit fantasy yung show, yung story, family pa rin. Mother-daughter, andun yung romantic. So, things na you will experience in real life pa rin. But with glitters, butterflies, everything in between. Para mas maganda lang. Yeah.
So as I said nga before, no, I actually first found out about you not through the shows you've been a part of or the movies. I found out through a reel of you graduating. And I realized na through your socials nga, you're a full-time actress. And then you graduated, you finished architecture.
Took me 10 years, wild.
Wow.
10 years.
So parang it really hit me nga, as I said na, people are only limited by what they feel that they can achieve, no? And watching you graduate, despite a crazy schedule, was pretty inspiring. So finishing a degree while acting full-time requires, I guess, a different type of stamina. Like, what part of your personality carried you through those 10 years to make you finish?
That's actually a good question. You know what, looking back, it's funny. Hindi ko na sasabihin kung, kasi, okay, I'm gonna try my best na hindi ko ma-name drop sino siya. Pero,
May exclusive dito sa podcast na.
na-motivate ako ng malala. Cause, medyo may nag-lockdown sa akin sa
Okay.
academic world.
Yeah, okay.
Sa Archie. High position sa school. Tapos, pinatawag niya ako sa office niya. Tapos, this was the time na parang 3 years na akong irregular student.
Okay.
So, I was balancing my schedule. Taping and classes.
Yeah.
So, imagine, per sem, I can only take mga 6 to 9 units. That's like 2 to 3 subjects. Pumapasok ako, TTHS. Tapos MWF, magte-taping ako. So, minsan, yung plates ko, dadaling ko talaga sa set. May experience pa, oh my gosh, yung first 2 years kasi ng architecture, manual pa kami. So, naka-tracing paper. Yung nag-iisang butas dun sa tent. Nandun sa mga tracing paper ko na basa. As in,
Oh my
wild.
gosh.
I got, isang experience lang
Yeah.
yun. But, going back to the story, let's call him teacher.
Okay.
Teacher. Yung teacher na to, parang sabi niya sa akin, pumili ka kasi. Pag-artista or school. Parang ako, swear, sobrang na-offend ako because in my head, nung moment na yun, look, my parents don't even make me choose. Like, ayaw kong bastusin yung teacher, pero sino po kayo? I mean, sino po kayo para tanungin sa akin yun at hingin sa akin yun? Siya yung unang nag-doubt sa akin.
Okay.
Sure ako nung moment na yun na kaya ko, hindi ko pa tinatry eh. Hindi ko pa naman tinatry eh. Parang, I have to try muna bago ko sabihin sa akin, sa sarili ko na hindi ko kaya. Because, backstory lang, when I started showbiz, I was 18. I was 3 months before I turned 18, GMA offered the contract. And I was second year college noon. Ayaw pirmahan ng daddy ko yung kontrata ko. Sabi niya, ayoko pag nagkumita ka na, hindi mo natatapusin yung college. Sabi niya. Sabi ko, no, please, sayang yung opportunity, ganyan, dad. Other kids my age would kill for this, you know, like would die for this, you know. So, sinuport ako ng mom ko. So, kinausap niya si dad, ganyan. Tapos, eventually, pumayag siya after ilang weeks of convincing him. But he made me promise. Tapusin ko daw. Serious sit-down talk yun. So
Tapos,
I made the promise.
there's this teacher who's telling you to ano, oh my God.
So after all the conditioning sa sarili ko na tatapusin ko no matter what, no matter how long it takes, I will finish it because I promised it sa daddy ko
Yeah.
eh. So my parents, it's the least I can do to finish it. Sila yung, dun pa ako nahiya. Parang, nung nag-start akong kumita ng money, nakita ko gaano kahirap kumita ng money. Tapos nahiya ako na yung tuition na binabayaran ng parents ko, tapos wala akong degree na ipabibigay sa kanila. One, yung hiya ko sa parents ko. And two, yung motivation na matignan sa mata yung teacher na yun.
To prove him wrong.
To prove him wrong. Na look, natapos ko nang hindi ako pumili.
Yeah.
Kasi yung mga nights na pag-give up na ako. Oh, syempre may ganong nights. Naalala ko yung mukha niya nung pinaiyak niya ako sa office niya. Parang kinapitan ko yun. Tapos parang, hindi, ayokong siya yung last win. Parang,
Yes.
kahit di niya alam, kahit
Yeah.
di ko ma-prove sa kanya, it's for me. I wanted that satisfaction. Yun.
Wow. So powerful. So
Gigil.
Congratulations.
Thank
It's even
you.
more amazing now hearing it.
I get emotional about it when I think about it.
Diba you spent a good 10 years now with studying. Did it change the way you see your own creativity? Did it unlock something new that you eventually brought to your showbiz life?
Yeah. In the middle of all of it, balancing the two worlds, nakita ko yung connection why I love it both.
Okay.
Yung common denominator and yung ground zero nun lahat is I just love expressing myself through art and design. And whatever it is, man, like painting, singing, I get to express myself. And I don't know why, but ever since I was a kid, I had this strong feeling of wanting to feel understood. Mahilig ako magkwento, tapos yung process ng mind ko, na-realize ko when I talk to people, iba. Yung pinagdadaanan ng, hindi pala pinupuntahan ng ibang friends, ng head ng ibang friends ko, yung mga pinupuntahan ng head ko. So, that excites me. And yung opportunities na lumapag sa life ko, na binigay ni Lord sa akin, feeling ko, binigay niya for a reason. And if I can touch as many lives as I can, inspire people with what I do, then I'll do with the best I can. As in, papagpapaguran ko yun.
Yeah. Which was harder? Mga thesis deadlines or taping days? Ano yung
My gosh.
how can you compare both?
Buti na lang, gamay ko na yung taping days nung nag-thesis ako. Kasi this year ako nag-thesis, earlier this year, tapos I was balancing 2 shows. As in, TTHS nung time na yun, I was hosting a cooking show na nag-shoot kami 2 episodes a day.
Wow.
1 guest sa morning, 1 guest sa hapon. Tapos yung MWF ko, Slay, where we were doing a TV show. It was a collab between GMA and View.
Okay.
Tapos, technically, the only day I have for thesis is Sunday.
Oh my God.
So, nung nalaman ko na, parang papasok pa lang, defense ko, March tumapat eh. Kung makalimutan, March 22. Kasi ganun ko in-anticipate yung day na yun, na nasa heart ko pa yung date. So, March 22. Tapos, going in December, alam ko na yung magiging schedule ko dun sa 2 show. Naka-allot na yung weekly na need kong deliverables for my thesis para makaabot ako sa deadline ko ng March. Na by the time I defend, I have everything I need. My materials, yung bibigay ko sa jurors ko, yung presentation ko, sobrang clutch. Ang lala. As in the day before my defense, shoot ko pa yung Destiny Lira.
Oh
As
my
in yung
gosh.
my very first character, I didn't have time to process it. Kasi yung utak ko nandun sa defense.
Wow.
Tapos, all this, while going through a breakup pa. As in, malala.
Wow.
As in, I don't know. Feeling ko naka-help nga yun sa breakup ko, honestly. Na ganun ako ka-busy. Pero, the key is, time management. You know, parang wag kang maging masyadong mayabang. Wag mong isipin na, kaya yan, kaya yan. Wag mong i-wing. Don't wing it, just wing it. Hindi mag-work yung ganong mindset and
Yeah.
trust yourself. Yung tiwala. Gawa ka ng tamang planning. List it down. Be realistic. 1 or 2 things lang per day para magawa mo talaga siya. Tapos may rest time ka pa. Para naka-allot yung rest time ko. Nandun sa time management ko
Wow.
yung rest time ko. Kailangan eh. Kasi if I don't put it, walang rest eh. Tapos, mababawi kasi if you don't find time to rest, your body will be the one to find the time for you.
Wow. Yeah.
Maaapektuhan lahat. Kasi you're gonna have to cancel stuff kasi magkakasakit ka.
Yeah.
And you don't want it to get there.
Yeah.
So, yun yung iniiwasan ko.
So since my podcast is called Once and Always a Fanboy, I'm curious, what are you currently fangirling over now? Like, any mga, are you binge watching anything? What are you geeking out on? Are you reading anything?
Yung bago, I think Legos.
Legos! Wow.
As in, Enjoy ako mag-build ng Legos now.
What's your current?
Right now, I'm in the middle of building Notre Dame.
Wow.
Architecture pa rin.
Architecture. I was thinking like, baka Friends ba? O Star Wars?
Architecture pa rin.
Architecture.
It started with flowers. Tapos ngayon, Notre Dame. Kasi pinigilan ko sarili ko bilhin yung Eiffel Tower na 5 feet. And
But diba Lego, especially now, I feel like they're so expensive.
it's so expensive nga. Yun nga. It is. But I think what I love about it is yung nakaka-pause yung brain ko.
Okay.
Just focusing in something, understanding, fixing something. You're not thinking about anything else. You're just there. You're present. It helps me practice feeling present
Oh, that's nice.
and staying where I am lang. Parang good restart button. It's a restart activity for me.
So how many have you're still in the process of making Notre Dame? Ba?
Yes,
Okay.
yes. Parang nasa bag number 14, 15 ako right now. Balikan ko after natin.
And how many bags?
Nasa
is this?
30 plus.
This is your first Lego.
Architecture na Lego.
Ah.
But ang dami ko I did the Vespa for my dad.
Wow.
Naka-display sa office niya yun. That was the first one. I made him buy that. So, nasa office niya yun. Siya bumili.
Cool. You've been in this business long enough to see your own growth in real time, no? What do you think you can handle now emotionally or professionally that would have broken you when you were just starting out?
Critique ng director sa work ko. Malakas pa yung pleaser ko yung pleaser in me when I got in showbiz. I was 18,
Yeah.
like you said. So, I wanted to please other people pa. Mga boss ko, mga co-artists ko. I wanted to be in.
Yeah.
Natawag akong feeling close dahil sa pag-try kong mag-fit in. Pero, I found my people
Yeah.
in the industry na din. And they made me feel safe.
Okay.
Kaya din ako mas naging confident in my own skin and in my own talent. Tapos, the more I sat with that, the more I hung out with them, parang nahawa ako sa confidence nila.
Oh, great.
Parang nakita ko kasi, parang I'm an observer. Nakikita ko, ang dami kong napansin nung pagpasok ko ng showbiz na na bilib ako na ugali at mga na turn off akong ugali. Tapos, I keep mental notes na, okay, that's what I wanna be. Eto, okay, iwasan ko to. Ayoko maging ganun. At yung notes na yun, nanggagaling sa kung anong napapa-feel nila sa akin. Like, the way I react to them, the way they make me feel. Tapos, pag na-note ko yun, parang I wanna pay it forward.
Yeah.
So,
For sure, yeah.
may hindi ako makalimutan. Nag-thank you ako recently because kita niyo naman, bumalik si Hagorn sa Sangre, di ba? So, nag-reconnect kami ni John Arcilla. Tito John. And, nung bago ako, first show ko yung Encantadia, di ba? And John Arcilla na siya noon. Big name na siya noon. Tapos, mayroong one scene kami na na-cut ko yung sarili ko. Kinot ko yung scene dahil kunin ko dapat yung sword. Tapos, nagpanic ako dahil hindi ko nakuha agad. So, nag-cut. Dahil sa akin. Dahil, nag-cut ako eh. Tumingin ako sa likod ng camera eh. Tapos, yung ibang veterans, magagalit doon, mapipikon na, ano ba to? Ganon. Yung reaction niya lang sa akin nung moment na yun, sabi niya sa akin, sayang yun, kung tinuloy mo yun, ang ganda nun. Na, pasok naman talaga sa character ko, na makulit. So, nagpanik muna, kung tinuloy ko, ang ganda nun. Yung mga natural things na gano'n na, yung unplanned.
Yes.
Nag-stick sa akin yung sinabi niyang yun. Tapos, every time naman nangyari yun after sa akin, on set, I let it happen na. Tapos, di ko, naaalala ko na si Tito John nagturo nun sa akin. Tapos, that was like 2016, di ba? Ilang years na? 8, 9? Ngayon lang ako nakapag-thank you sa kanya. Seeing him again on set. Tapos, nag-thank you siya back. Nag-thank you ako sa kanya kasi na-appreciate niyang, sabi ko sa kanya, Tito John, thank you because I feel like gumaling ako dahil sa'yo. Dahil dun sa isang lesson mo and thank you na hindi ka naging madamot. Tapos, narinig ni Direk Enzo na sinabi ko yun. Tapos, sumali siya, sabi niya, oh, what do you do? I mean, you pay it forward. So, sa mga bago, That's what I want to make them feel, na it's okay to make mistakes on set. Don't try to impress yung mga nauna sa'yo. Because yung mistakes, dyan ka gagaling. Dyan mo matututunan kung saan ka dapat mag-focus pa. Laugh about it. Then do it again. Try it again.
What's a unexpected skill you picked up along the way that you didn't think you needed in showbiz? Like for a part? Like did you have to learn something?
Driving.
You learned how to drive for a part?
Yes.
Oh, that's...
Kasi, okay, so I'm a third of 4 girls.
Okay.
Medyo strict yung dad ko.
Okay.
Feeling ko kasi sa driver na lang niya kami nababantayan. Yung parang, yung driver na tatawagan niya anytime at sasagot lagi sa kanya.
Okay, that's true.
So, kung nasan man kami,
Yeah.
na-check niya agad pag tatawagan niya yung driver. So, feeling ko, as long as he could, pinrolong niya na mag-drive kaming mga anak niya. And ako lang nagpilit kasi sabi ko sa kanya, during the pandemic to, tapos nung dumating sa akin yung script, I was doing Apoy sa Langit. Director ko si Direk Loris Guillen. And Loris Guillen yun. So parang, ano sasabihin ko sa kanya, Direk, di ako marunong mag-drive. Eh nakita ko yung script, nagda-drive yung character ko habang nagla-lines. Hindi ko ma-deliver yung lines ng kabado akong mag-drive. So I have to learn, 'di ba, ng maayos. So sabi ko yun sa daddy ko, Dad, I feel like less of an actor just cause hindi ko to ma-deliver. Dahil,
This is for my career.
yeah, this is for me. Ayoko nakakahiya. Nanliliit ako, sabi ko sa kanya.
Oh my God.
Ayoko isagot sa director ko na hindi ko kaya. That's not an excuse. Gusto ko kayanin. So,
Okay.
kumuha akong lisensya.
Ups and downs, right? Sa career. Was there a gamble that didn't really pay off in the usual way when it comes to your career, but it still feels like one of the smartest moves you've ever made?
When I got into vlogging, yung first time around I did it. Cause yung experience of producing
Yes.
and planning everything, yung ikaw yung nasa likod naman ng camera, mas na-appreciate ko yung trabaho ng producers ko din. And now, look how social media is. And most of, kung walang taping, yung trabaho ko nasa social media na din. I create reels for brands. I create
Yes.
videos. So, from treatment to, ngayon, oh my gosh, content briefs. I mean, yun na yung mga inaaral ko.
I know,
Hindi
right?
lang script. So, kung hindi ko na-experience yung pag-setup ng ilaw, pag-adjust ng camera sa tamang angulo and focus, yung kung paano mag-connect ng mic sa pag-dump ng files.
Yeah.
Kung di ko yun nagawa dati, feeling ko mas na-frustrate ako sa work now.
I also told Jello, parang,
Jealous my handler.
yes, I love to have guests who I have no idea, like, who are not like in my main circle.
Feeling ko kasi you ask
Because we will talk about, I mean, I've had guests now, I've had friends. It's fun. But I find it more, for me, more enriching because I don't know your backstory yet. And as I'm learning who my guest is in life, nakaka-inspire din to hear the story. So that's why I wanted to learn more of your journey. And then hearing what you went through in your architecture life, talagang very, very inspiring.
Thank you, thank you. That's what I try to do. Alam mo, nagkaroon ng time, nabash ako malala eh. As in, merong nag-hate. So, alam mo yung mga freedom wall
Okay.
sa per college. Meron
Okay,
yun, yung sa pages.
Oh my gosh.
Yung mga anonymous na
And then-
pinopost. Oh, may nag-hate. Napabigat daw ako sa group work. Tas super nag-viral. As in like, umabot lang almost 1 million engagements. Malala. It affected me.
This is on social, it's online? It's an online
on
thing?
Facebook.
Oh
Page
my-
siya.
Page siya.
Page siya. Oh, tapos, super nag-viral yun. I was doing a show that time. Naka-lock in ako. I was doing the Lost Recipe. And one time na yun, nag-full load ako dahil online lang lahat. So, sobrang offended ko na hindi pa nagigets ng... Tas, may lesson from all that din naman. May na-pick up ako.
Yeah.
Pero, naging big fight siya between my parents and I. Kasi gusto ko ng... Na-affect ako in a way na ayokong pumasok kahit online class.
Got it.
Kasi feeling ko, tinatawanan ako ng mga kaklase ko. Feeling ko, my gosh, eto ko sa showbiz, na-appreciate yung talent ko at yung time na binibigay ko. Tapos, bakit pa ako pumapasok? Ganon yung nasa utak ko. Para sa parents ko? Dahil sa promise? Yun na yung tone na.
Yeah.
All that hate coming towards you, kahit anong lakas ng loob
Oo
mo,
nga.
kahit anong talino mo, there was so much hate coming towards your way. And hindi lahat yun mababounce off mo. The energy is coming towards you. So, ang masakit pa, meron akong mga high school like batchmates nag-share. So parang ako, tumatawa sila na parang, wait lang, wala naman akong bad past sa inyo. Parang, why are you enjoying and seeing me fall like this? Ang dami kong na-realize nun. One big lesson is, there are some people really close to you. Sila pa yung unang magsasmile when they see you fail.
I know
Right?
those people.
Right. Yung pain na ma-feel mo once you experience that, nakakalakas talaga siya. Make sure lang you don't become bitter. It's important you catch yourself na hindi ka maging bitter. Kasi yun yung natutunan ko after na parang I ask God, bakit ba ito hinayaan mangyari sa akin? What's in it for me? What do you want me to learn from this? Tapos yung nakuha ko is, hindi umiikot naman talaga yung mundo sa atin each. It's easy to sink into ourselves.
Yeah.
And yun, I was balancing two things, two worlds, and feeling ko, nakalimutan ko na yung mga kaklase ko sa college, hindi pa nagtatrabaho. College pa lang sila.
Exactly.
Tapos hindi nila mag-gets yung pressure na binabalance ko yung dalawa. So I can't expect na when I
Yes.
talk to them and explain na kailangan ko magpa-nails para sa show at may taping ako, hindi nila makikita at trabaho yun for me. Gets? Parang ginudge. Kaya yun yung rant niya kasi sa post niya na nagpa-nails pa daw ako.
Oh my gosh.
Na mayroong deadline.
I totally get this because
Do you get-
we were like full on sponge cola in college.
You were still in college,
Yeah.
yeah.
And my mom, even when I graduated, she said, alam mo, I didn't even think you would graduate. As when we went to the car na after graduation, which is so funny. Kasi parang, we were so busy. And I know what you mean na there are just people who...
Diba? Hindi
who,
lahat.
who- wala sa...
Wala pa.
Wala pa.
Wala pa. Oh, alam, kasi talagang may mga things kang matututunan at marirealize pag nagwo-work ka na.
Yeah.
And nagkataon, medyo nauna ako sa mga kaklase ko mag-work. So, medyo sa akin yun, I think, na fault ko yun. To expect na gets na nila yun. Dapat mas ako yung naging bigger person at mas naging aware ako, mas naging sensitive ako somehow. You know what helped though? Sabi lang ng daddy ko, umiiyak ako. Parents ko, sus, sa utak mo lang lahat yan. Anong pake mo sa kanila? Tapusin mo lang.
Well, actually, that is true.
Parang, oo nga. Adi, tapusin ko lang. Because ever since, ang naging mindset ko, as long as okay ako sa prof ko, tapusin ko lahat ng classes ko. Babalik ko yung degree sa parents ko. Tapos, alam mo, this after all that, di ba, na-shift ko na yung mindset ko. I was back into it. I started enrolling with more classes na. A few months, mga 6 months akong nalunod sa depression dahil sa hate na yun. Gusto ko na mag-give up, ganyan. Nung I was dating someone nung time na yun. Tapos meron siyang kabarkada na may dinedate na girl na lower batch ko pala sa architecture. Na-meet ko lang sa isang dinner. We went out. Tapos sabi sa akin nung younger batch ko na yun na, sabi niya, I saw you in school once, may pinasa ka during our class. Sabi niya, sabi ko, sinabi niya yung name ng prof. Sabi ko, I remember. Tapos naalala ko na 2 weeks late na ako dun sa plate na yun. Manual drawing eh. Tapos, masungit sa akin yung prof na yun kasi late na nga ako mag-pass, di ba? Tapos katok ako sa class nila, nag-pass ako ng plate. Tapos sabi nung prof, okay, pasa na. Kinuwento niya sa akin na paglabas ko daw, sabi daw nung prof sa class, kilala niyo yun? Si Mikey Quintos yun, sabi. Nag-artista yun. Sabi niya, tignan niyo yung plate niya. Kahit late, laging quality pinapasa niya.
Wow.
Is it so hard to say it to me? Like, I needed to hear that noong time na yun. Pero, I think, God's timing. So, na-encourage ako. So, yun, tinapos. Yung nagpa-focus sa akin na tapusin pa rin.
So, you've done so many things. Acting, singing, you love cooking. I always see, whenever I see you cook your steaks in your stories, I'm like,
Sarap.
shucks, gutom ako What's another hobby or activity that you haven't tried yet
Hindi ko
outdoors?
pa kasi natatry skiing eh. Ever. And feeling ko mahal siyang sport. Pero gusto ko siya matry.
And where
Yun.
you have to go to a country na.
Na may snow, of course. Pero, ang satisfying lang makita na you're friends with gravity and di ka natatakot. Kasi yung thrill na nag-slide down ka lang. But, feeling ko, any activity na would require me to be fully present in my own body, I will enjoy. Free diving. I got into that recently.
Oh. Wait, what is free diving?
Free diving is
like-
long fins, tapos mask ka lang, tapos you
Oh.
equalize. Swim lang. Yun lang, wala kang gear. Wala
Walang
kang hindi
gear.
ka scuba diving. Sa gitna, ang saya, sarap.
How long can you
The first time I did it, sabi nung mga kasama kong instructor, I did it in Bohol. 7 feet. Yung na dive ko, 7, 8.
How many minutes is that without breathing? Like
Ano lang yun, cause they call it a buoy. May parang gulong na you would catch. Kasi dapat relaxed ka
Okay.
para deep, longer breaths. So you rest every time you go dive. Akit ka ulit para mag-relax you stop kicking para mag-relax yung buong body mo ulit. Tapos, deep breath again, you dive. Yun lang, saya.
if acting had a save file like a video game, which scene in your entire career would you replay just because it was such a fun time?
I think it would be yung scene ng Great War sa Encantadia.
Okay.
Because kompleto kaming cast. And yung aura na sabay-sabay kaming nag-get in character. Tapos naka-costume lahat. As in parang hindi mahirap mag-get in character. Kasi all that energy.
Parang Avengers.
Parang hindi mo na kahit 4 a.m. na. Ang sarap. Oo, parang Avengers. Pero wala pang Avengers doon.
Okay.
Nauna kami. Nauna kami. Sarap ng feeling na yun. Like, yeah.
So there, you've made it through the Once and Always a Fanboy adventure.
Done na? What? That's a joke.
But before we close this portal between realms, do you have any final words for your supporters? You can just speak straight.
To anyone watching right now, allow people to come in and out of your lives. Whatever they leave, whether it's a lesson, whether the memory is good or bad, allow it. Because that's how you experience life to the fullest. Through connections. Don't ever be afraid na dapat some people, kasi it's so easy to take full control, to want to, na every relationship, hold on to it, kailangan magstay. No, allow life to happen to you. And enjoy it. Cry if you have to, but laban ulit. Yun lang.
So this was a very nice way to end this episode. So thank you so much.
Yay!
Finally, after months of, but super worth it.
I hope worth it nga.
Super worth
Yay.
it, Mikey. Thank you so much
Thank
for your
you.
time. And I can't wait to see more of your life adventures. And looking forward to seeing you again
You
in the
too.
future.
I'm gonna watch out for you.
Yeah. Thank you.